Hello, welcome to Mismatched Readers Club. I'm Hannah and I'm here with Eliza.
Hello.
And we are doing a... Fuck me. Sorry.
We're doing a mid-year reading
We're
update.
doing a mid-year reading update. Okay, so we're going to do a mid-year reading update, even though I guess technically it's past the mid-year point now.
Well,
but
it's the start of July, so we are basically smack bang halfway through the year.
basically halfway through, which is good. So we're going to we'll give a general reading update. We'll talk about the Dune Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. We will. I enjoy the note that says general chit chat. Keep it short.
Yeah, look,
Like that's.
I've made an attempt to
I will say
allow keep us.
I've been here
reined
for
in.
an hour and 20 minutes, and we've had our update yap since.
There was a lot to talk about
I don't remember.
that we couldn't go on mic for. Okay, how was your reading month for June? How did you go?
I was every single month. I say
Everything except the challenge. We'll do that after.
okay. Every single month, I'm like, I've had a shit reading month this month. I will say, I didn't have that much of a shit reading month. I read 5 books,
Nice.
but I do feel like the mid-year depression got me real bad, and my reading went a bit downhill. So I think I had like a sporadic reading month, but I read 5 books. I finished Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman, which I think I was on record saying I will finish this winter when we did our winter episode.
Yes.
And I have finished it, and I will say 4 stars.
Ooh, I do want to read that.
Fucking honked. It absolutely whipped. I was bawling by the end. I was bawling. I was like, it is really visceral with some of the descriptions.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, it's described as a medieval horror book. There's a lot of, limbs getting ripped off and plague bodies and
love that
stuff. But it was really good. Also, like, considering it took me forever to read, it is quite a short book. It's like just shy of 400 pages, I think. So it was really good. Then I read Second Skin, Inside the Worlds of Fetish, Kink and Deviant Desire by Anastasia Fedorova. Honked. Absolutely brilliant essay collection. Like, so good, so interesting. Really, really, like, honestly might be one of my books of the year, I think. Then I read Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous by Autumn K. England, which is what Eliza gave me last time we recorded. 5 stars. 5 stars. It was so good. Just like
perfect cozy fantasy book.
It was so good. And it was really nice to read after reading Between Two Fires.
Yeah.
Like, Between Two Fires ended nicely. It had a really beautiful tied up ending, but it was like a harrowing read.
Yeah.
I was kind of, after I finished it, I was like, oh, I need to watch something happy. So I watched my current, like, I don't even know what it is, but like I can't stop myself watching it, but I've been really into like Red Bull cliff diving at the moment. And it's like, these divas, I'm not interested in the men's one because like I don't care. But the women are jumping off of like, it's 20 to 24 meter high.
Yeah.
Either platforms or cliffs.
Insane.
They hit the water at like 70 kilometers an hour.
I've been cliff jumping once in my life.
I think I spoke on I didn't go cliff jumping, but I went jetty jumping.
Yeah.
And I got a fish hook in my ass.
Yes.
And that really hurt.
I don't know if that ever made it to an episode. I think I might have edited that out. But yes, we did talk at length about jetty jumping because then we talked about like fishing lures and shit for a while.
Yeah, that was a bit.
I edited that out.
Yeah, thank God for that, honestly. Anyway.
Continue.
So yeah, Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous by Autumn K. England was so good. Also, it ended up being Emma and my book club book for
I
June.
hope she likes it.
Yeah, she loved it.
Oh,
so yeah,
yes.
we read it in June. We actually haven't had our book club debrief yet. So, and also I've just realized that we didn't pick a book for July. Emma's going to listen to this episode. And hopefully by the time that she listens to the episode, I will have messaged her and we would have worked out what book to read.
I'm so glad she liked it.
Anyway,
I'm never gonna not recommend that book for people.
It was just so nice. Like, it was just a nice book. Love that there was a non-binary main character. Like, just so good, and it was done really well. So yeah, I really, really loved it. I love Grandma Ghost.
Yeah,
and the reveal with Grandma Ghost bawling.
Oh my God, I know.
Bawling
I
again.
know.
I was like, I thought this was happy.
It had like just the right amount of depth for a standalone book.
Yeah. I hope there's more in that
in the world. Yeah,
kind of
I need to
exciting.
know what's going on between, what is it, Ren, the baker,
And
the bard guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's something going on there, and I need to know.
I gotta check out. Also, like, Paladin, love that.
Yes.
Then I read Knife Woman, The Life of Louise Bourgeois by Marie-Laure Bernadact. It was really good. Like a pretty extensive biography of Louise Bourgeois, but there was like her career, like she didn't really get famous until she was quite old, and then she had like quite her like the end of her life, like in her late 80s and early 90s, she was like prolifically making art and doing like collaborations with other artists, and it was covered in like a paragraph. And I was just like, there's so much richness there that you've just like
given it 10
completely skipped over.
You've given it 10 lines.
And I'm like, what are we doing here? I mean, admittedly, one of those collaborations I wrote a very, 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 very extensive essay on. And if I was to do my PhD, I would have done it on that collaboration. So like maybe it's just me being like, and why are we excluding this? But that was fine. Then I read Witch Power by Emma Quilty, which was a academic book about like modern witches. Which was really, really interesting. And then I read The Women Are Not Fine by Hope Reese, which is about, I think the byline of it is like a dark history of like a poisonous sisterhood. And it covered I don't think I'm going to pronounce the name right. It's the Nagriv poisonings, which was in Hungary in the early, like from the First World War era.
Nagriv
kind of like
or Nagrev?
Nagrev, I think. But it's like from like 1901 to like 1929, I think the trials were, and it was like women poisoning their husbands because they were using it
for it.
Yeah, they were like using it as a way of escaping abuse.
I was gonna say violent men.
And in like quite a small village, and they were doing it with arsenic. So it was. I really liked it. I realized that I had a very extensive conversation with Justin where we were driving to IKEA on the weekend, and I like cornered him and gave him an in-depth review of it. And it was very like, he was like, this would be good for you to talk about on the podcast. And I was just like, she's an American woman. She's moved to Hungary. She is an academic and like has researched this very, very well. And it was very well researched. But then it's like, the first half of the book, she was kind of setting up, like, kind of giving it like emotional weight and like talking about the women and like really like grounding them so that you had like a view of them as people,
as a person, yeah.
And then the second half, she did a lot of stuff like talking about what domestic violence does to people and like lots of, why it was not really, especially in that time, like not really looked at. It was just kind of considered normal and accepted. She also talked a lot about like the effect. Obviously, these like men came back from the First World War traumatized. So she talked about like the effect that trauma has on the body. But then she started talking about like domestic violence statistics and like women killer statistics and women going to jail statistics, but American statistics.
Well, and that's not relevant. We're talking about Hungary here.
Why? Yeah, that was basically what I was like. I was like, why talk about that? I was like, it completely takes away, like, this needs an Eastern European, I think it's Eastern European, perspective on it. Like
Hungary's like mid-European. It's like on the midline sort of.
Yeah, I was like, these statistics are completely incongruous with the rest of the information you've given in the book.
Yeah,
and
like
it kind of takes
maybe compare and contrast, like use Eastern European stats and compare and contrast with the US stats.
But it was just really
no mention of what?
Yeah, it was a bit odd. It was a good and very interesting read, but I was just like, it was kind of like she was trying to do two different things. But it was, I know a lot of random.
The way you described it, it feels like it was really cohesive and then became completely disjointed.
The last, like, chapter. Why is my group chat calling me?
Oh.
My Instagram group chat. I'm going to shoot. Hang on, now I have a message coming in. Oh my God. What is happening? It's the group chat that I have with Emma, Catherine, and Claire. Hang on.
What is happening?
Why? I don't know what's happening. Okay, that's fine.
Emma's going to listen to this and be like,
hang on.
Girl, I didn't know what was going on either.
I'm just going to voice note Emma. Hello. Are you trying to call the group chat? I'm voice noting you at the moment, and we are currently recording the podcast, so there is a chance that this might make the...
Oh, I'm leaving this in.
Oh, great. Anyway, hello, Emma, you're on air. And that's fine. I assumed that you read my message and then were just silently accepting the fact that I ripped off and trashed my fake nails. Okay, bye. Anyway,
moving on.
So that was my reading month. Now, do I provide my update on the challenge, or do you want to talk about your reading month first? And then we'll challenge update.
I'll do my reading month.
Great. Tell me about your reading month.
So I read 10 books in June. Almost 11. I probably could have finished the last one, like probably on the 1st of July, but I wasn't feeling it. Like, not that I haven't like DNF'd the book. I've just like put it down for now.
Yeah, I have a big book on the go that I started halfway through the month of June that I wanted to have finished. It actually came out of reading that Second Skin book about desire.
Yeah.
And it's called Bound Together, and it's about the BDSM archives in America. Super interesting, very heavily academic book. And I got kind of about halfway through and I'm like, I just need to read something slightly different.
Yeah, that's fair. But the way that our reading wrap-ups are so vastly different. Like, I churn through more books, but like you go first and you've got all these like academic texts and like, you know, literary masterpieces. And I'm like, I read fantasy romance.
And that's diversity, baby.
That's why this podcast works.
That's why this podcast exists. It's literally in the name. We're doing what it says on the tin.
We read very, very different things, and that's kind of the fun of it. But I read 10 books. Two of them one was a nonfiction, one was the challenge book, which is definitely more of a literary fiction, I would say, or just like a contemporary fiction.
Yeah, I think I've seen it described.
Like, it kind of depends on how you want to view it. And the rest was pretty much all fantasy romance, a couple of contemporary romances in there. So first off, I read The Girl in the Green Dress, which I think I talked about on our last episode.
Yes.
It has no rating. I cannot give it a rating. Like, if I were to give it a rating on how it's written, 5 stars.
Yeah. That was the DID one, wasn't
That's
it?
the DID one.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
But I cannot recommend it to anyone unless you have the strongest stomach and very, very sure mental faculties right now. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I then went on and read Amid Clouds and Bones by Ella Fields. That's a pretty stock standard fantasy romance. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine.
It's fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Like, it was fairly short. It was like 350 pages. It had like, it was like, you know, like the memes of like someone pouring like stuff into a glass.
Yeah.
It was like 80% romance, 5% some kind of other political intrigue, and then like 10% plot.
Oh. And
I was just like, and what was annoying is the plot was kind of interesting.
Oh, that's...
So it annoyed me. But like, it was fine. So it was 3 stars. I then went on and read Poster Girl by Veronica Roth, who is the author of the Divergent series.
Oh, that's
She had a new book come out recently called Seek the Traitor's Son.
I feel like I've definitely seen that.
She writes excellent dystopian. I gave this 4.5 stars.
Wow.
I was surprised at how good it was. There was a lot of stuff in there that felt kind of relevant for today. Like, I was reading things and going, ooh,
grim.
Ooh. But no, actually very good. Also not overly long. Like, I think it's just under 300 pages.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
I then went and read Light Wielder by Rachel Schneider, which is the second book to Metal Slinger. I read Metal Slinger last year. Gave it 4.5 stars. I did a reread.
Is this the Jacob's Ladder book?
No.
Okay.
No, I did a reread of it last month and actually dropped my rating a little bit.
Okay, interesting.
Because on the reread, I knew what the twist was going to be.
Yeah.
And it actually made the rest of the story more disjointed, because someone pointed out to me, I was talking on my BookTok account about how like I dropped the rating because there was just something off about it. Someone pointed out is the book is told from first person POV.
Sure. Yeah.
So, and this is going to be a bit of a spoiler for the first book. I don't care. The book's already out. Book's been out for a year. The second book's currently out.
This podcast is not a safe space for spoilers.
No. Like, we do our best, but we're shocking.
Yeah.
But so it's first person point of view. So you're reading like, I did this, I did that, whatever.
Yeah.
you're in the main character's head.
Mm.
At the very end of the first book, she betrays everybody.
Oh.
And you have been given no indicator of that.
No, that's weird.
So, like, when I first read it, I was just like, oh my God, this twist is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But then on the reread, I'm like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
How are we being given no context throughout everything? You're in her head.
And, like, you can do first person with a like a betrayal twist like that and do it but it has to be done really carefully and you have to be very confident writing an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
And, like, it sounds like it kind of wasn't.
So, yeah. Anyway, so then I read the second book and I gave it 3 stars. It felt like a whole lot of fucking nothing happened. For starters, we had a 4-year time jump from the ending of the first book to the start of the second.
Okay. I hate time jumps.
The time jump wasn't necessarily, like, overly an issue, but it felt pointless.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we're supposed to be like, oh, 4 years have passed. Because she was like a lost princess. So she's been like, she's gone back to her mother. She's been found, whatever. She's now like, helping her mother. She's fighting on the front lines of this war that's now started and all of that.
Yeah.
It just felt like a whole lot of nothing and a whole lot of going around in circles. And
is it a duology or is it going to be?
So it's was marketed as a duology.
Uh-huh.
It is technically a duology because the main character's story, like the female main character, like the main romance plot has finished.
Okay.
But we are getting a 3rd book in the series and it's following a side character. And I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I'm actually kind of interested in the 3rd book because I really like the side character I think it's going to follow. So I will probably read that because I loved that character.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, brother, what are we doing?
What are we doing? I just remembered that at the end of your reading update, I need to give an Emma reading update.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
So that was disappointing. I then read And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison, which I think we've talked in other episodes. If there was a book that I wanted turned into a movie, it was her first book.
This is the
First
radio
Time Caller.
one.
Yes, that's a radio one.
Yeah, yeah.
So And Now Back to You follows one of the characters from the first book, Jackson. He's the like weather guy on the radio station.
Cute.
He gets teamed up with the local TV weather girl to do coverage of this like really big, like once in a century snowstorm that's coming. They go out to report on it. They fall in love.
Yes.
Things happen.
There's only
they
one
don't
bed
really
at the
like each
hotel.
other. Yeah, they don't really like each other at the start because like he's very like straight-laced person and she's chaos walking.
Okay.
But
Fine.
loved it. Loved
Nice.
it. Very sweet. Really good like winter read.
Nice.
Because it's like you're covering a snowstorm and it was like nice to sit in. I think the days that I read it, it was pissing down rain too.
Yeah, it's been miserable. So I love winter and it has been so cold.
And yet,
cold.
Absolute side note. And yet, like, Perisher and like Mount Hotham and stuff have not had a drop of snow.
Weird.
I know.
Well, I mean, you know.
I think Hotham only just started getting snowfall.
Jesus.
Which is crazy.
But, you know, climate apocalypse, whatever.
Yes.
It's fine. We don't have to think about it. I don't need to have a panic attack on it.
But yes, that was great. 4.5 stars. I then read Half City by Kate Golden. 5 stars. 5 stars. I can't think of a single thing I don't like about that book.
Ooh, okay.
It gave like, it was very like Mortal Instruments-esque.
Okay.
Like urban fantasy, but like kind of almost like a little bit of a hidden world. Like, you know, in the Mortal Instruments, how when Clary goes into the institute or whatever it is, the outside, the facade is like an old rundown building.
Yeah.
So in Half City, our main character, whose name I have forgotten, she works as an assistant at a local museum, and she is a demon hunter. She's got like these abilities. She's known as like a specific sect called an Eon. Thank you, Viv. And she gets recruited to, like, she gets sort of found out and asked to attend this academy, Harker Academy, I think it's called. Yeah. Which is situated in this, like, the way you get to it is like you go into a storage closet at this museum that she works at.
Okay.
And you use like it's kind of like the gates at the train station, like a ticket gate.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you have this like little medallion and you put it in and you just walk into this academy.
That's cool.
This like hidden academy.
Yeah.
It was so good. It ended on the most mental cliffhanger.
Okay.
Like the book ended and I was like, Excuse me?
What's just happened?
What has happened?
How many?
Thankfully, book 2 comes out in October.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I can see here that it is book 1 of the Harker Academy series.
Yeah, the next book comes out in October. But it was, like, it gave me that feeling of reading, like, the Mortal Instruments for the first time. Like, we have a little bit of a professor-student relationship because, like, she's a demon hunter, but the professor she, like, ends up falling for is a demon.
Ah, of course.
I'm here. I was so
for it.
sat for it. I think you'd probably enjoy it because you really like the Mortal Instruments books.
I'm looking at the review now, like the blurbo now, and it actually looks good. Although I think it's just because I feel like a fucking old crone recently. But I'm reading it, I'm going, 21-year-old, ugh.
But I mean, it makes sense because she's like university age.
Yeah, but I just feel, don't say university age. That makes me feel even older. Jesus Christ. No.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Absolutely loved it. I then read In the Veins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy. I think I've gone on record either on here or on my book talk saying Katie Cassidy. It's actually Kaylee Cassidy.
Oh.
And I am very sorry. The cover, I think I've just looked at it kind of in passing too quickly and it looked like a T. That was really interesting. I gave it 4.5. It's a fantasy romance. Like, the format is kind of typical, but it's sirens, which you don't see a lot of.
Yeah, I think you have spoken to me about this book before because I remember being interested in it being sirens.
Yeah, it was actually very, very good. I don't exactly remember how it ended. But, like, I remember reading it, like, finishing it because book 2 comes out next week, actually. Or I think it'll have just come out when this episode drops.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, prophecies involved and, like, part of the prophecy is, like, she's destined to, like, ruin everyone and everything and whatever. But very, very good. I then read Harvest Season by Brynn Weaver, which is book 2 to Tourist Season, which is the Seasons of Carnage trilogy. That's like
a serial killer one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like a
romance.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that B.K. Borison had written the serial killer romances.
No, Brynn Weaver.
Yeah, okay.
I struggled to get into it a little bit. I think I probably should have reread Tourist Season.
Yeah.
Before reading Harvest Season because it took like 6 chapters and I was like, I'm still not quite sure what's going on. I don't remember any of what happened at the end of Harvest Season. But then I got into it and things started like amping up. That one also ended on the most mental cliffhanger. And I'm just like, what's going on?
I can't cope with cliffhangers. This is going to tie into the Emma reading update, but I've got some opinions about cliffhangers. I'm just going to get up there.
But I very, very much enjoyed it. And then I read Fairy by Veronica Lancet. This was a honker of a book. It was like 800 pages. It took a lot. And I remember saying to Dan several times, I might DNF this. Like, it was, have you ever read a book where you're like, I want to know what happens,
but I just can't be bothered.
But I also just like don't know if I care.
Yeah. I normally DNF it and then I go and read spoilers because I'm like, I don't want to waste my time.
I ended up finishing it. Like, I think I managed to like find a groove with it one afternoon in the couch and just like burned through like the second half of it.
Yeah.
But ultimately in the end I gave it 2.5 stars, which is that's a brutal rating for me.
That's a brutal rating for you.
Like, there were aspects that I liked and there was a lot of shit that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Like, in the first like 6 chapters, like our main character is like brought to this small town called Fairydale. Because her father, who she thought was dead and has never spoken to a day in her life, has died. And she has been requested to attend the funeral because she's been left something in the will, whatever. So she goes.
Okay.
They attend the funeral. He's not dead. He like wakes back up in the coffin during said funeral.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
And then proceeds to. Someone's obviously like hexed him or something because there's like witches and demons and stuff involved.
Okay.
Someone's obviously hexed him or done something because he then basically throws up his entire innards and then explodes into black flames and burns to ash.
So he's actually dead now?
No, he's actually dead now.
Okay, great.
But like, what the fuck?
Why?
And it's got like some weird sort of time jumps. Like it's a dark, like a grim dark fantasy.
Yeah.
like, it's a grimdark fantasy, but it is also, like, the author notes as it being, like, ultimately it is a love story. And, like, yes, that's there, but I'm also like, this is cooked, man.
Yeah, I don't. If you're gonna rate
There
it,
were
if you rate it 2.5, I'm
there are
never reading it.
you would hate it.
Great.
Like, I'm on the fence of whether I liked it or hated it. There was some
Yeah.
really interesting aspects, but there were a lot of time jumps. Like, we've got, like, a past life sort of, like, reincarnation aspect to it.
Oh.
And, like, it's all explained out very well in the end. But, yeah, it was bizarre.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. And then the last book I read was one for the challenge, which is what we will get to after our Emma update.
Yeah, so Emma was reading The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
Yes.
Yes, love that. And she messages me at 8:16 p.m. and she goes, I'm going to finish it tonight and text you about it at like 2 a.m. So just context here, I go to bed at like 9:30 and my phone's on Do Not Disturb from like 8:30. Like
Yes.
I just I'm trying to break my phone addiction. And I'll often wake up and then I'll have like little missives from Emma and I try not to look. Sometimes we'll send a message to, as if I'm rarely up late and I send a message, I'm like, don't look at the timestamp on this. Anyway, so Emma goes, I'll finish it at like 2 a.m. At 3:56 a.m.
Oh,
I
my
get
God.
sorry for putting you on blast, Emma. And I get a message and it just goes, I just finished it. Benji, you little cunt.
Yeah.
And I go,
I remember you sent me the screenshot of
and
it.
then when I woke up and responded at 8:39 a.m., I said, Benji is so fucked, die by my sword, you little bitch. And then she goes, as soon as he was having that little fuck-ass meeting with those other knights, I was like, oh, you little cunt. And I said, I hope Maud kills him. Anyway, Emma really liked it. So she... Also, the reason that she finished it so late is because she was playing Stardew Valley.
Girl, I can
which
relate. I don't play
so...
Stardew Valley that much. I should. I just bought the board game for it, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came out with the board game. I'm very intrigued to play it.
Nice.
It's also, you can, like, it can be a single player board game, which I'm kind of here for.
Justin has just bought... This is completely... Anyway, so that was Emma's book review, of The Night and the Moth. So I'm excited for Emma to read the
Knave and the Moon.
The Knave and the Moon when The Knave and the Moon comes out along with us.
I have pre-ordered the special edition of The Knave and the Moon already.
We will be... I haven't pre-ordered it. Actually, that reminded me I wanted to pre-order the T. Kingfisher book. Also, I will play the first half of Emma's voice message.
Hana and Eliza, nice to speak to you today.
Anyway, she then texted me and said, enjoy recording, love you both, first time caller, long time listener. Emma's first guest spot on the pod. But yeah, it was, Emma's review on that when I saw the message that just said, Benji, you little cunt. I was like, yeah, that perfectly sums up that book.
And honestly, you don't see it coming.
You don't really see it coming. When he had the meeting, I was like, something's
like, what's going on?
Something's amiss. Something is amiss. But anyway, so that was Emma's review. But going back to single player board games, Justin has just bought in our puzzle, because Justin and I, my partner and I, have been doing jigsaw puzzles together, which has been very nice. But so we spend a lot of time at the game store because they have lots of D&D stuff and they also have lots of really good puzzles. So while I was buying puzzles, he bought this single player board game called Final Girl, which
I think I've seen that
my
briefly
man's
somewhere.
On record going, I fucking hate horror, will not watch horror at all, will not get involved with it. Then has proceeded to say to me, we've been together for 10 years. I've known this man for 13 years of my life, almost 14. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't mind like old slasher horror actually. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, he's playing this game called Final Girl, and it's a solo board game, and you basically play out like a horror movie, and you buy like a core set, and then you buy like different types of movies.
Yeah,
they're definitely based on movie franchises,
like little expansions for it.
All right, let's do the challenge update. Do you want to go first?
Oh, you're about to like.
Yeah.
I completed the challenge.
Woo!
I'm guessing by Hannah she didn't.
Did you like the did you like it?
I did. I really liked the book. I enjoyed the movie. I wish I'd watched the movie first.
Interesting. Okay.
Because there were certain things that even though I don't know. They're quite different. Like obviously they changed things, and obviously, but I think because I literally finished the book on Sunday, watched the movie on Monday, everything was so fresh in my mind. And I just sat there and watched and went, well, that's not how they did that. And that's not how they did that. And that's not how they did that.
That's not right. Was it a good adaptation though?
To be fair, yes.
Yeah.
Like the things that they did leave out were kind of minor. Like I wish they had put some things in that they had, but like you couldn't do it. Like if
Yeah.
you wanted to put everything that was in that, it would need to be a mini series. But no, I do think it was really, really good. It was touching. I cried over an octopus.
Love.
At the end, like cried in the book, and
Love an
I got a little
octopus.
bit teary in the movie because like the octopus is voiceovered as the like overarching narrator. Because in the
That's really cool.
in the book you have like your like plot chapters, I guess,
Yeah.
and then in between like every other chapter, every couple of chapters, you have a chapter from the perspective of Marcellus, who is the octopus.
Love that.
So he does kind of like narrate it in a way or give his insight. And they do that kind of the same way.
Yeah.
He's also voice acted by Alfred Molina, who played Doc Ock in like the OG Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies.
Oh.
He's excellent. I love Alfred Molina. He's been in like a bazillion other things.
Hang on, I'm good. I feel like I can carry on.
You could picture Alfred Molina.
I think I can, but I also I haven't watched any of the Spider-Man movies. I could not give less of a fuck about Spider-Man.
Fair enough. But no, he did a really, really good job. I did enjoy it.
Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave the book four
He's
stars.
British?
He is? Oh, yeah, that kind of tracks. But
earth?
I gave the book 3.5 stars. I'm not going to give the movie a rating because I don't rate movies. But no, like I enjoyed it. My mum had seen the movie already.
Cute.
And she really liked it. Like I liked the book better, but that's usually inevitable.
Yeah.
But like I do think it was a decent enough adaptation. Also, Sally Field.
Love Sally Field. Love that.
Sally Field is wonderful. But yeah. All right. How about you?
Didn't finish it. Failed, complete and utter fail of the challenge.
We should keep a tally of like our like
oh my God.
our wins and our fails.
And which is so, I don't even know why. I think it is like just struggling to focus and everything. And it's like, I have wanted to read that book for so long. I started trying to read the book at like the beginning of the month. And you know that meme I sent you a couple days ago? And it was like when you finally settled down on the couch to read your book and then your husband unloads every single thought in his head.
Yes.
I was desperately trying to read. Justin turned music on. I'm not putting him on blast, by the way. I love him. He turned music on and then he started talking to me. And I was like, it took me 10 minutes to try and read the first page because I was like, input is coming from everywhere. And then I just couldn't pick the book back up again and I couldn't I just couldn't get into it. And then I started listening to an audiobook of it that I got on Libby and the narrator's voice pissed me off so much that I was like, I'm not doing this. And then I don't know what happened, but I just lost all sense of time. And then I was like, oh yeah, I've got plenty. I'm going to watch the Hitchcock movie. Like, no. And also, I really want to watch that movie. So I don't know why I'm having such like oppositional defiance here.
Stay tuned. Hannah might give an update on the movie.
No, I didn't watch it. So
no, in like a later episode.
Oh, yeah. Because I definitely like, I really want to read the book, but I think it was just also like I had a much more non-fiction reading month.
Yeah, you did.
So I think it was just maybe not what I really wanted to read. I watched a lot of long-form YouTube videos on it, which was very interesting. Like I already know what happens in the book. Like I know, and I think maybe that might be it as well, is like I know the plot of the book pretty well.
So you weren't getting absorbed into it as easily.
Yeah, but I am, I failed the challenge, but I do really want to watch. But it's really funny because all of the videos that I have watched of it, where they were talking about that adaptation that happened in like, it's either 2020 or like 2022, and it's got like Lily James and Armie Hammer in it. So aggressively, people being like, this is one of the worst adaptations I have ever, like terrible. So I'm actually delighted. I do actually really want to watch it and just like, I don't know, live stream my thoughts somewhere. But yeah.
Bonus Patreon
episode is me voice noting Eliza my thoughts on the movie. So yeah, I failed it, but I'm not going to say it's a complete fail because I am going to read the book. But yeah, I just didn't complete the challenge this month. And then also, yeah, like with the losing the sense of time, I was like, yeah, I've got so much time. I can definitely watch this movie. And then I was like, oh, we're recording tomorrow. And then I realized last night that I had spent like most of my last night I was like writing not writing, I was doing your birthday prints. So I was like, well, I'm not going to watch the movie because I'm covered in fucking lino ink while I'm trying to get these prints cursing my fucking paper that I've got.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it just didn't happen. But that's
fun.
That's fine. There's going to be another challenge that I can do. It'll be good. What books are you currently reading though? Because I have a couple hangover books from.
I haven't started reading
June.
anything yet.
Oh.
Well, I'm in the middle of Bloodbound by Ellis Hunter. I was hoping that I was going to get that finished by the end of the month, or like just on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's a bad book. Like, it's actually quite interesting. I think I'm just a little bit burnt out from like plowing through a few books.
You read a lot of books in June.
And I think Fairy Tale kind of burnt me out a tiny little bit on fantasy.
Yeah.
Like a teeny tiny little bit. Obviously, Remarkably Bright Creatures is just a contemporary fiction, so
Yeah.
it was quite easy to sort of read through. But yeah, like it's not bad. I'm just kind of like, I had tentatively put my rating in as a 4-star.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is how much I'm enjoying. Like, it's a really, really interesting concept. I think we're getting a queer romance maybe in this.
Cool.
Like it's basically witches and not necessarily like dragon riders, but it's 2 different kingdoms.
Yeah.
That once a generation, the heir to each kingdom fight it out for what they call the heart, which is like a source of power.
Okay.
And then like the tagline is you duel or you die.
Okay.
So like
Cool.
every generation, one of the heirs dies.
Jesus.
To retain this heart. And like it's kind of weird because like the kingdom that has it at the moment has like the way that it works, like they have things like electricity but like so it's like weirdly like modern but also like feels a bit older. Like it's interesting enough.
Okay.
But yeah, like I just kind of put it down and I've just not really been overly interested in picking it back up. And it's not that the story's bad. It's just kind of, it's like how you are with Two Twisted Crowns.
Oh yeah.
Like you've put it down and just forgotten it existed.
Yeah, and now it's sitting there haunting me.
Yes, it is.
But the book that you're currently reading could not be more different from the book that I'm currently reading.
Yes.
This is a perfect example of why this is called Mismatch Readers. The book that I'm currently reading is called The Fallen, and the byline is The Lost Girls of Ireland's Magdalen Laundries and a Legacy of Silence by Louise Brangan. And yeah, it's about the Magdalen Laundries in Ireland, which are different. I thought the Magdalen Laundries were the same thing as the mother and baby homes, but they're actually separate, which was a bit of like a learning thing for me because I just kind of always assumed that they were essentially like the same thing by 2 different names. But it's often that like the babies who didn't get adopted from the mother and baby homes would then go to these industrial schools and then they would go to the Magdalen Laundries.
Okay.
And they essentially ended up functioning, the Magdalen Laundries ended up kind of like functioning as part of like the criminal justice system. Because it was kind of like women would go there on remand type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it ruined these women's lives. Like I don't have a very like kind view of organized religion anyway, but fuck these Catholic nuns. Like it was, the stuff that these women endured is horrific.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because there's like quite long chapters setting up the history of Ireland and like how it ended up so conservative and like so deeply Catholic. So that's interesting, but it's not a cheery read.
I bet.
No.
It doesn't sound it.
No. But yeah, should we get to the point of the episode point?
Yeah, we've been rabbiting for 45 minutes.
I have just accepted the fact that we are yappers and therefore that means our podcast episodes will be long.
They are never going to be less than an hour.
All of the feedback I've gotten is that people like the long episodes.
I know. Here we were being like, we need to keep these short and snappy. And everyone's like, no, make it longer.
I like it. Like in my personal podcast listing, I like a long book. A long episode. A long episode. Like if I look at it, I'm like,
you don't like a long book.
No, I don't like a long book. Fuck that. Yeah, when I see like a short podcast episode, I'm like, really? What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'm
Guys.
50-50. I can appreciate like a good 30-minute episode for like my commute and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like to be able to start and finish an episode on my commute.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more annoying than like, going to and from work or something and having like 20 minutes left of your episode.
Well, this is the problem I have when it comes to listening to this, because you diligently, Eliza is the technical brains behind the podcast, and Eliza will edit the episodes in advance and like upload them so that they're all ready to be published and everything every second Wednesday. And she diligently puts them into the Google Drive and goes, "It's there if you want to have a listen already." And I go, "Okay." And then what I do is listen to it Wednesday night when it comes out. So there's times where Emma's messaged me and I haven't listened to the episode yet.
Couldn't tell you how good it is.
Couldn't tell ya. But yeah, I have that with ours. I
don't even listen to the episodes.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, I guess
I edit. I listen to them when I edit them. So.
Yeah. So I don't. But yeah, I generally listen to them as they come out.
You're just adding to our viewership.
We're adding to our viewership.
You are.
All
right.
Not.
I'm terrible at that.
So, where are you at reading goal wise for the year? Because yours was 100.
It's a loose 100 book goal. I am at 55 out of 100, which is honestly not bad.
That's pretty fucking good, dude.
I'm on par with where I would like to be. I would have liked to have been like more like 60, but because April was such a bad reading month for me. I mean, I say bad reading month. I still read 4 books.
That's pretty good.
But by comparison to the rest of my reading months, I've read 8 or more.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I would have liked to have been more around the 60 mark, but 55 is good. Like, it's over halfway through the year, so I'll take it.
Pretty good.
What about you? Well, you've changed your reading goal.
Yeah, I beat my reading goal. So my reading goal was 25 books for the year, and I am at 30 books for the year.
And you've upped it to 40?
I've upped it to 40, which was pretty conservative. I was like, maybe I'll double it and I'll try and go 50, but I think I'll just keep...
Just re-up it if you need to.
Yeah, I was like... And because I changed it, I think maybe halfway through June.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I continue with the current reading track that I'm going, I'm going to not read many books for the rest of the year because I felt like my reading was starting to like slump a little bit. And so I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go to 40 books, which I still think is pretty good. But I think I've been reading much more consistently because I'm like averaging kind of from, I think January was my lowest reading month. January, I read 3 books, but I was also like on leave. That was when we decided to move house and then very, very quickly got a house and had to move on very short notice.
That's also when we started the podcast.
Yes. There was a lot going on.
There was a lot happening.
But I've read 4 to 6 books every month since. So yeah, I'm on 30 books for the year. So I'm pretty happy with how my reading is going.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest change to my reading this year has been the inclusion of more fantasy.
Yeah.
Like that was like, because you were so like at the beginning of the year, you were like, yeah, we'll see if we could get you to read more fantasy or whatever, or I can't remember, like, or like more like what you read, I guess. But then, yeah, I have found a lot of fantasy stuff that I've liked and found it to be like really nice reads. I'm dying to get back into the T
Kingfisher
stuff.
Yeah.
I've got Sword Heart, I think is the first one. I've got that on my Kobo, and then I want to pre-order Dagger Heart. When you said that you'd already pre-ordered The Knave and the Moth, it reminded me that I wanted to pre-order the version that's got the pink sprayed pages.
Oh, yes.
So I need to remember to do that.
I've got a few. I mean, I like that I've slightly expanded my I've expanded my sort of genres a little bit, reading a little bit of literary fiction here and there, or contemporary fiction.
Yeah.
I'm trying to include maybe like at least one thriller a month, or one thing, like 1 or 2 things outside of fantasy.
Yeah.
Which is saying something because I have hundreds upon hundreds of fantasy books.
So many fantasy books.
But I think we're talking about like the challenges as well. Because that was like a note we had in there. Like, I think the challenges are good at sort of forcing us out of our comfort zone in a way.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're not so hard on ourselves that we're like, chaining ourselves to our reading chair and being like, you have to finish this for the podcast.
Like
We both did with Jane Eyre. We were like, yeah, no, I can't. I can't do it.
Jane Eyre was just like, it's not. Actually, a few of the videos I watched about Rebecca, which I actually don't think I even said the book that I was reading for the reading challenge.
No,
Anyway,
I don't think you did.
I was going to read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I obviously didn't. A lot of them were actually comparing it to comparing the male main character Maxim to the Rochester in Jane Eyre, which was interesting. So that kind of made me want to read Jane Eyre.
Kind of similar concept, like Rochester has his first wife in the attic, and like Rebecca, like she's haunted by Maxim's first wife.
That's the thing is like she's not really haunted by her because
she thinks she is.
There's no ghost. That's the thing. It's like the ghost story is not. Real. It's a ghost story with no ghost. Essentially, it's just more like. It's like the memory of her is so strong.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
But other than that, like how are you finding the challenges? Like the reading
challenge? Like the challenges because they do get me to read like books that I generally wouldn't, or kind of like speed up reading books. Like I had the Jeanette Winterson books have had them on my TBR for years now.
Yeah.
Like where I'm like, I'm going to read Jeanette Winterson. I'm going to get there. And then when we got that challenge of like the year we were born, and then I saw that like one of her books written on the body was the year we were born, I was like, yep, I'm going to read it. Because, and so that was like good.
It's giving you a definitive reason to get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to read like, and that's the same with Rebecca. Like I bought a copy of it on my Kobo, but then I think I will end up doing it on audiobook, and apparently there's a really good rendition read by Holiday Granger, who's a British actress.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm going to listen to that one.
And
I would be interested to see if when I've finished it, if it makes me want to listen to Jane Eyre. If I want to do a little compare and contrast.
Yeah.
So we will see.
I think as well, like you were talking about how the podcast has sort of like expanded you with like reading more fantasy and stuff, and like same with me, like we've sort of expanded our genres a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's also like made me want to sit down and read more.
Yeah. Like same. I'm definitely I'm reading way more consistently. I'm like in some ways making myself sit down and read, but I'm like you need to sit down and read because you want things to talk about on the podcast. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, while sometimes, you know, I might push my way through a book that I don't necessarily like, part of me is doing that because it's like, yes, but then I'll be able to expand on why I don't like it. Yeah. Not just I DNF'd it at 30% because I just couldn't deal with it. I think it's like I also wanted to try and make like one of my reading goals this year was like I wanted to kind of maybe like reflect on my reading a little bit more, or like when I finish a book a little bit more, because I would just like finish a book and go, that was good or that was bad, and then not actually like think it through and go, this is why I didn't like it. No critical thinking about it. Yeah. And then I was just like rapidly kind of reading through books. So I think it's like I wanted to reflect a little bit more on it, but I think it's like I'm reading more consistently, and it's not one of those like, I don't know if you saw that post that was going around. Quite a few people sent it to me, and I was like, what are we fucking doing here? But it was like people who were like, oh, I read like 300 books in a year. And then it's people going, oh, I skip the prose and I just read the dialogue. Oh, yeah. And I was like, what? Who does that? The fuck are we doing? Don't get me wrong. What? I have found myself having to reread a page because I have inadvertently done something kind of similar. Yeah. But I'm like, hang on. What happened? What are we doing? What happened in this page? And I'm like, so it's like I'm trying to be less concerned on how many books I read. Like I'm also like, read the book. If you're going to read if you want just the dialogue, just I don't know, watch a TV show or something like that. Listen to an audiobook. Yeah, I was baffled. Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I also have forgotten where I was going with that. So I lost that sentence halfway through. So on the note of social media stuff, I have seen... That's what it was. I was like, I'm not reading to produce content, but doing the podcast is helping me just be more consistent and think more about books. I think it's because I'm like in the space a little bit more of trying to be like think about reading and look at books and everything like that. Yeah. So I think it's just kind of given me a structure that I have been looking for, I think, in my reading, which is good. But yeah, back to social media stuff. So recently I think I first saw it on Threads of all things. Because like Instagram gives you like
little like Threads teasers because it's all owned by fucking Meta.
Yeah, I was going to say which one's Threads, but that's like, it's like the Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, Facebook,
I do.
Facebook, Twitter. And I clicked on one because it's talking about how, and feel free to have a completely different take on this than me, but how big words in books are ableist.
Listen to me. Okay. I saw that.
Reading levels exist.
I saw that and I was like, it's not ableist. You're exactly right. Reading levels exist. There are times I'm reading. My favorite feature on my fucking Kobo is when I don't know a word and I can just click on it and I get the dictionary.
Yes.
It's like expanding your vocabulary is not a fucking chore.
No.
It is not a chore. It is a privilege to get to do that and learn that. And if that's difficult for you, then
get a fucking
I'm
dictionary.
sorry. But either get a dictionary or read more to your level.
I'm also sorry. We all have rectangles of infinite knowledge in our pockets. Use that.
Also, the other thing is like, it's not a bad thing to not understand. Like,
No.
I think that I think people should be reading books that they don't fully understand or that challenge you or that are difficult.
Absolutely.
Like, that's how I've expanded my reading and stuff like that. Like, big words are ableist. Fuck.
I know. It's the most ridiculous thing.
There's been some bad reading takes in the past couple of months. I think like that one about the I only read the dialogue, blah, blah, blah type of stuff. And then that is...
I'm just out here like, are people trying to be controversial for it, like just for the clout of it or what?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I come across words all the time that I'm like, hang on, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or like I'll read the sentence a few times and be like, all right, I think I can grasp the context of it. So I think I can glean the meaning from the context of the sentence. But just in case, like if I'm on my Kindle, I'll highlight.
Yeah,
it has inbuilt dictionary.
Yeah.
Use your phone. Use Google.
Christ.
Get an actual dictionary. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it. Like if you are really struggling with the language in a book, you might need to reassess what level of books you're reading.
Or even if you're really struggling with the language, write down the words, research the words that it is, or even just like accept the struggle and finish the book. And then the next book that you read will probably be easier.
Yeah.
Like it's, I just don't.
Baffling.
This is just Justin, when this is me getting on my soapbox, which is funny because when Justin left for work this morning, stuttering, sorry. He goes, enjoy getting on your soapbox today. Love you. And I was like, okay, thanks. And I'm like, you know what? I will get on my soapbox today. And it's like, I don't know. I think it's also like, it's part of, this is going to be like a bunch of jumbled thoughts that probably don't really make sense. But like, I think it's part of like this whole like TikTok culture where it's just like, oh, I'm just going to scroll reels and like not think about things and like just wanting it spoon fed to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, which I think has contributed to this whole like, oh, I read books for content thing. Like I understand that we're a podcast and we're reading to produce content and stuff like that, but we're also reading because we are people who read, like we enjoy reading. We've been readers for our whole lives. But it's like, it's this turning into, it's like, I've read 300 books this year, whatever. And it's like, but how many of them, can you tell me about those books in detail? How many of them did you read and actually take in? And now it's like anything that causes any friction or difficulty, it's like this, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. And it's like, I've done that. That's, it happens. But it's like, reading should be challenging. It should be expansive and stuff like that. So it pisses me off when people are like, oh, this is a tiny bit difficult, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. I think it's when people complain, like when people decide to get on their soapbox and complain about it. Like because like I agree with you, yes, books should be, like reading should be challenging and expansive. It doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't have to be.
You can read reading purely for entertainment, purely for enjoyment.
Yeah.
But you don't get to get on your soapbox and be like, oh, these books are too hard for me. They need to be dumbed down.
Yeah.
You're clearly not reading the right stuff. If you're reading for enjoyment, like you probably don't want to pick up a Brandy Sandy book.
No.
I mean,
I don't.
Some people do.
I don't want to do it.
I'm scared to.
I read at a pretty high level.
You read at a higher level than I do.
Started reading the Brandon Sanderson books and I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah, and that's fair.
And also, it was like, the content is interesting, but I was like, oh, this is actually a challenging read for me. And I'm not
he's
enjoying it.
very wordy, very lyrical.
It's not even that like I like his writing style and stuff like that. It's just that I was like, there's a lot of plot stuff going on here that I just like kind of don't give a fuck about. So I was just like, I don't want to read this book, and that's fine.
But yeah, to just sit and whinge and be like, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard.
It drives me nuts. It drives me.
But like
nuts.
the fact that they tried to paint it in like, oh, it's. And do you want to know what the word was that triggered this?
Please tell me.
Scrying.
Oh, come the fuck on.
Like it's not, it is one, like it is a very, very commonly used word in the fantasy realm is to be scrying for something. I'm sorry, what? This was one of the words, this was like essentially the word that triggered this whole debate.
Babes, we're in a literary crisis. What are we, scrying?
Yeah.
Scrying is written on a magic card. I'm picking up my card and it goes scry 1. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, I just really showed my nerdy side there. But like scrying.
Yeah. I went down a rabbit hole with this and I was like, what in the love of all that is holy? I
need to, like what I am at the moment is
like, don't be wrong. I understand if you don't know what the meaning of scrying is. Like if you're not into fantasy stuff.
Scrying is a very easy word to read though.
Yeah. But like like also, I understand if you've never really consumed fantasy and you don't know what that word means. I understand that. But to be like, it's ableist to use the word scrying when it is one of the most base levels. I need whoever that person is to try and read the word prestidigitation.
Oh yeah, that's a great word as well. Also really quite a good spell in D&D.
Yes, I know.
I am literally like when you said that, just I could only describe my physical reaction to that as Ben Affleck smoking.jpg. Like,
yeah. Just
what? It's harrowing. It's harrowing.
It's rough out here, guys.
It's rough out here. It is rough. Okay. What are your top 5 books of the year?
So I
clearly did not read this question when I was reading the notes this morning.
No, that's fine. I actually have a top 6 because I did my favorite book from each month instead.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
I started going through it and I was like, I have pretty much just given a favorite book from each month. So we'll just do that. So January, my favorite book was Assistant to the Villain by Hana and Eliza. I think I gave it 4.75 stars.
Mm-hmm.
February, You'll Be Pleased, was Carla by Colin Walsh.
Oh, I just punched the mic.
I think it's actually registered too. March was Nightshade by Autumn Woods, which I'm very excited for because the sequel to that comes out at the end of this month.
Hell yeah.
And it ended on a very rude cliffhanger as well.
Oh, Jesus.
April was... Now, funnily enough, I actually think I rated something higher than this, but I think it was a nonfiction book, so I'm negating it for no reason. I think it was the Dinner for Vampires memoir. That I rated higher than this. Yeah. And I was like, I loved it, but for the sake of this, I'll stick with fiction. Yeah. But Starside by Alex Aster, that gave me like the feeling that I got when I like read Akatar Fourth Wing for the first time. Like it was so like,
okay.
I was so absorbed. I was so engrossed in what was going on. Yeah. It was paced really well. It was plotted really well.
Love.
It had a really, really good reveal at the end.
Love.
And the sequel to that also comes out in like October, November?
Okay.
Somewhere around there, September. May, my favourite read was Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous. Obviously. And June was Half City by Kate Golden.
Love that. Ooh. Okay, so I'm just going to say, so that I don't repeat myself 100 times in this list, I'm putting all of the T. Kingfisher books as like 5-star reads for the year, but I'm not going to list them as my favourites per month.
Okay. Yeah.
So January, my favorite was the original by Nell Stevens, which was the art kind of historical fiction one.
Yeah.
Loved that. February was The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig.
Yeah.
March was March was Swimming Studies by Leanne Shapton. I really, really loved that memoir. April was probably honestly like a 2-way tie between She Who Remains by Renee Carabash and 14 Ways of Looking by Erin Vincent, which were both of the books that reduced me to tears on the train.
Yep.
May was the like bumper reading month for me. I read
Yeah.
7 books. May was probably again a two-way tie. I think it was My Year in Paris with Gertrude Stein by Deborah Levy, and then An Army of Lovers Cannot Fail by Helene Giancini. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Both really, really good. And then June was I'm gonna say two-way tie again. I'm so sorry. It was Field Guide for the Formerly Villainous.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Second Skin by Anastasia Fedorova, because it's just like, it was so good, and it was just like a really interesting read into looking at like the history of fetish and BDSM and stuff like that, and like all of the different kinds of fetishes.
Yeah.
Which was good. And that's what made me read the book, the academic book that I was talking about, which I realized I don't think I said what it was called. Again, can I start mentioning book titles when I'm talking about books? Please. It's called Bound Together by Andy Campbell. And he's an archivist.
No, you've mentioned it.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but he specifically has written an academic text essentially about archiving, and specifically talking about the different BDSM archives in the context of like American BDSM archives.
Yeah.
And in specifically a gay context, because he's a gay man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really so interesting, and it really kind of like scratches like the kink part of my brain and the art history archive part of my brain as well.
Yeah, I bet.
In like a really enjoyable way. Is that a kink in its own? I don't know.
Probably.
But Justin asked me what I was reading about when I was reading Second Skin, and I'm like, well, the chapter I just read was about foot fetishes, which was very interesting. And then the chapter that I'm currently reading has started talking about lactation fetishes. And he was like, okay, well, you have fun.
You have fun. See you later.
Most supportive man in the world. When I just tell him, he'll ask me what I'm reading, and it could vary wildly day by day. And he's just like, okay, well, you have fun.
Dan does the same thing, like when I'll laugh at something. He'll be like, what are you laughing at? And I was like, oh, I have to explain the whole plot to you.
Yeah, Justin will very patiently listen to me talk about my, like, what I'm reading and stuff like that, which I deeply appreciate.
Like, and it's usually because I laugh at something like someone's made like a really, really, really like dumb joke or something, or had like a really witty line, and I have a chuckle at it, and then he's like, oh, what are you laughing at? And I was like, I have to give the context so that the joke makes sense. And then I do, and he's just like, okay. And I'm like,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, just ignore me. If I'm reading and I laugh, clearly I'm laughing at something I've read.
Yeah.
And you're not going to know what's going on. Just leave it.
Just leave it. It's fine. Worst book we've read this year. I know the answer for me off the top of the dome straight away.
I mean, I've got Jane Eyre on this list because I didn't read it. Because I DNF'd it. But I put it on there because I DNF'd it. But that's a very, very loose, like...
See, I don't think...
I wouldn't necessarily count it. Fairy Tale is the lowest rated book I've read this year.
Because did you say it was 2.5?
2.5.
Yeah.
And I've got Bloodwing Academy, which is a book series that 3 books are out so far, and the 4th book, and I think it's the last book, comes out later this year. It's good, but you know when you read a book and like you're enjoying it, but there's something about it that's like not...
Yeah.
Doesn't gel.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
A girl I'm like mutuals with on TikTok, she has the same kind of problem. She's like, her and I have chatted about it. And she's like, it feels like you're kind of getting like bored by it. And then in like the last like 6 chapters, so much happens and it ends on such an intense cliffhanger. You're like, well, now I have to find out what happens in the next book.
Like just paced badly?
It's paced okay. I think the problem is they make the like slower moments maybe last a little bit too long.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it's like kind of an Arthurian retelling. Because like the female main, well, sort of.
Okay.
The female main character's name is Medra Pendragon. And she is from Camelot. But like Camelot's like a parallel world sort of thing. And she somehow gets dropped through a portal into this place called Bloodwing Academy.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And she like bonds with a dragon because like dragons have been gone for like centuries here. And so she has what's considered like dragon rider's blood.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's a really interesting concept. People, like, associate a lot with, like, kind of a little bit fourth wingy because it's, like, Dragon Rise, it's an academy,
Yeah.
whatever. And, like, I kind of get that vibe. But it feels almost a little bit like Timu fourth wing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I don't know. There's just something about it that's just not sitting right with me. And there's only one book left, so I will inevitably read it. So then I can just be done with it.
You invest so much time into it. I would just be like, fuck this.
No, but like that's the thing, right? Is like the first, say, like 25% of the book is good.
Mm.
The middle, like, so from like 25% till about 60% is like just a bit janky. And then from 60%, it starts ramping up.
Mm.
And then it gets to about 75, 80%, and then shit kicks off.
Yeah.
So then, so like overall, more than half the book is good. There's just like a section in the middle where they've created all these loose ends in the first like 30% of the book.
Mm.
And then they're like, it's all sort of twisted. It's like, a mess of chords.
Yeah.
Of plots, of like plot lines.
Yeah.
And then it kind of all gets disentangled at the end.
Yeah.
Or like there's a few big reveals and then like a few of these things go, oh, that's why that and that and that happened.
Yeah.
Like that all makes sense. But yeah, there's just something about it that just kind of irks me. But like the books always end on such a good cliffhanger that I'm like, well, I have to find out what happens.
That's
My
how they
urge,
get ya.
the urge to know everything gets me. But yeah, like they're still not bad. Like the books average at like a 3.5 to 4.5 rating.
Okay.
There's just always something that I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, what about you? Worst book you've read this year?
My worst book that I've read this year, which I think I gave it 2 stars. And now I'm like, why did I even give it 2 stars? Like, I just, the more I think about it, the more I just like it. It's I Am You by Victoria Riddell, which I thought I was going to love. It is about a Dutch artist in the Dutch Renaissance. Do you think I can remember her name? No. She allegedly taught her, like it's a historical fiction book. So it's based on this woman called Maria, and she allegedly taught her, like lady's maid to be her apprentice, essentially. And she was also a very talented painter as well. So it was about them, and it was kind of about, it was like doing a lot of really interesting stuff with like gender and sexuality. Like they ended up falling in love, which is what was alleged about them, was that they weren't just like, it wasn't just a lady's maid and painter or a painter and apprentice thing. It's like they were lovers. And it ended up that in the middle of the book, I think I maybe spoke about it a bit in like one of the Instagram reels that we were doing, but there was a scene in the middle of the book which I thought was so pointless and completely ruined the rest of the book for me, where one of the women like essentially like raped a man.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
As like a revenge thing. And I was just like, this is... And then it kicked off this whole other like stupid plot line. And I was like, this is so like... I was like, this is kind of like pointlessly disgusting. Like
the sharpest of left turns.
I just don't think it really gave... And it also did that, like, it was like she sexually assaulted this person, like a younger man, and it was like painted almost as like an empowerment thing. And I was like, I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing here. Like, it was really kind of like foul is the only way I can describe it. And it just completely ruined the rest of the book for me. But by that point, I was like 70% of the way through the book. And I was like, I'm just going to finish it. And I finished it. And I was like, well, that would have been a really strong book if that hadn't been put in for no reason. Like they needed to, they kind of, I think it was like for a shock factor thing, or it was like they wanted it to, like maybe the author wanted it to have some kind of like tension thing, but there was already such good tension in it anyway, because it was like tension with tension with sexuality, tension with gender presentations, because like the lady's maid had like she had kind of come to Maria's family because as like a farmhand essentially, but she was disguised herself as a boy for ages. Yeah. Essentially until she hit puberty. And there was also like a lot of class tension as well, because it was like obviously I think her name was Goethe, was the lady's maid, and obviously she came from like a poorer background and everything like that. And then Maria was like an incredibly rich, successful artist. So there was like already tensions there that they really, really could have played on. And then she was like, what if we put in a violent sexual assault anyway? And I was just like, what?
Why?
Why? It was so disappointing. And I was like, okay, well, this is the worst book I've read this year. So
upsetting.
Yeah, that was.
I hate it when they do that, when they just throw in something like completely unnecessary and graphic just for the sake of shock.
Yeah, I was like, I don't. Yeah,
why? Why are we doing that?
Why we don't? Yeah. So anyway, that was really and I had waited for that book for a while, to be honest, because I saw it and I was like, oh, historical fiction, that sounds really good. Like, about an artist, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome, and it was not.
It was anything
it
but.
was really bad. But yeah, that was my worst book. I don't think anything else I haven't
really liked.
Yeah, if I haven't really liked it or I haven't been gelling with it, I've just DNF'd it. Like Emma and I DNF'd Palaver by Brian Washington, and it was essentially like, it wasn't a bad book. It was just like, I was reading it and I was like, these characters
don't care about it.
Well, no, these characters don't want to be read. Like, that was the thing. It was like there was something. It was, I don't know. It was just like, it was like the characters were so hostile to being read, if that makes sense, that I was like, I don't want to read this book.
Yeah.
So I just.
And didn't you guys also DNF Hagtail?
No, we both finished. Actually, did Emma finish Hagtail? I'm not sure. I think we both finished Hagtail. We DNF'd it's got green in the title. It was on the International Booker long list.
The Bog something? Nope.
No, it is. Is it We Are Green and Yearning, or We Are Green and?
Shit. Yeah, I remember you telling me about it.
We Are Green and Trembling by Gabriella Cabazon Camara. And we just didn't. And I don't even think it was like we didn't like this book. It was just we both tried so many times to like start reading it and just didn't get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to revisit it, but it just wasn't for me. Whereas like with the Brian Washington book, like I'm just not going to go back to it. But,
fair enough.
Yeah, and I might go back to Jane Eyre. We've mentioned this.
Yes. Yeah, I think Jane Eyre was like, neither of us were in the right sort of headspace to read that.
Yeah, also when I so confidently was just like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's a short book. And then it was like, anyway, this book's 600 pages. And we were just like, what?
Fuck.
What do you mean it's 600 fucking pages?
Rude. What about releases for the rest of this year? How many?
I mean, I have a few. I think the main ones was my most anticipated release or one of my most anticipated release for the year came out on the 1st, which was Worry Doll by Laura McPhee Brown.
Oh, yes.
Which I really love. I love Laura. We have mutuals on Instagram and send each other little supportive messages back and forth.
Incredible.
And I loved her other 2 books as well. And I bought it the day it came out, and I read the first line and I was like, ooh, okay. Not pulling any punches here.
Excellent.
So yeah, I'm very, very excited to read that. But I want to, it's quite a short book, and I really want to read it in one sitting. So I think I might try and do it maybe on the weekend, I think. But it's like, I just want to sit and be completely absorbed in it.
You're like, Justin, don't speak to me for the next few hours.
Go play your final girl game while I read this book. So I think it's that. Then obviously it's like there's a T. Kingfisher book that comes out, I think it might be July or August.
Daggerheart.
The Daggerheart comes out quite soon, I think. And then obviously The Knave and the Moon comes out. But yeah, apart from that, I'm just kind of like looking at anything that kind of catches my eye when I go into the bookstore. I also I want to read it's already come out. But it was definitely up there. It's probably my top 5 most anticipated, and it's Said the Dead by oh my God, I think it's Doireann Negrifa. She's an Irish writer, and it is, I think it's non-fiction memoir-ish, and it's told from the point of view of like, I don't know if it's her point of view, but it's like the narrator essentially is called like the reader, and she is looking at a derelict kind of Victorian mental asylum that's in the city of Cork in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
And she's going through the records and stuff like that. So It looks so good, and I keep seeing good reviews, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to read this book, and then I haven't read it yet. But that's what I'm going to do. You look like you've got an organized. The difference in at one point we're going to have to like film, I think, and show the difference in our organizations because Eliza has like detailed lists. Also, every single time we're about to record, the day before, Eliza messages me and goes, "Hey, have you done any notes for the podcast yet?" I've done some, and I go, "Yeah, lol," in my phone, not in the shared Google Doc.
Not in the Google Doc.
Not in the Google Doc.
I mean, I don't care if you put it in the Google Doc or not.
Yeah, and I'm like winging it from there, and then
that's why I message you because
I know
the amount of times on like the day before recording I've said, "Hey, just reminding, recording tomorrow. Have you got notes?" You're like, "Yes, I have written 3 lines. I will write more tonight."
And that's fine. I'm a yapper. It's all good. But it's like everyone needs an Eliza in their life. But like you've got your like rating thing is so organized with the spreadsheet and everything, and your notes are very organized. Whereas
my mother's daughter,
I'm like, here's some screenshots of the books that I want to read this year, and also here's some notes on my notes app. my ratings are on my story graph. So I put my ratings on my story graph.
You're better at using that than I am. I am horrible at keeping up with like story graph and stuff.
I like the little end of year breakdown that they do.
Yeah, I know.
So I find that really useful and fun. But yeah.
I need to get better. I even set a reminder on my phone.
Oh, really?
To do it. Do I do it? No.
I put it in.
Shocking. I think I stopped updating it at like the start of April. And I'm not going back now. I record
most of my, like that's the first place I record things.
Yeah.
And then I will put it in my notes app as well. Like I just put like
I could, per month. I could go back and like add in all the books and just put them in their like respective months when I read it. Which I probably should do so I can at least get like an end of year wrap up for it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just not. That's fine.
There's so much work.
And that's fine.
But yes, I do have a little bit more of a breakdown list because I have other books that are on this list that aren't necessarily like, I've got a few books on there where it's like the next book in the series and I own the series, but I haven't read all of it yet. So I'm just like tracking when the next book comes out, mostly so I know, all right, cool, that comes out in October. Yeah. So in September, I need to try and like August, September, I need to try and catch up on the series.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm ready when it comes out.
Yeah.
But obviously this month there are I've got 2 more books, that come out in July. But they both come out on the 7th and at the day of release of this, it's the 8th. So they came out yesterday, so I'm not going to mention those. But obviously one of my most anticipated releases is A Forsaken Prophecy.
Is that Stacey McEwen?
That is.
Yes. I have not.
That comes out on the 21st.
Still haven't read her first book. Really enjoy her Instagram content.
She's so good.
I love her.
She's so funny. Her. And then Daybreak, which is the sequel to Nightshade that I read in March. That was my favourite book for March.
The Ari Aster one?
No, it's Autumn Woods.
Autumn Woods, yeah.
It's set at a place called Sorosong University, which is in the Scottish Highlands.
Oh, yes, I do remember this. Yeah.
Ended on an absolutely brutal cliffhanger, so that comes out at the end of the month. I'm hoping that I might be able to...
You love a book that ends on a cliffhanger.
I do. In August... on the 4th, Adversary to the Villain comes out, which January's favourite book was Assistant to the Villain. This is the 4th book in that series.
Okay.
I probably will need to do a recap of the series so far. I'm not going to reread it, even though they're quite short. Like, they're all in the realm of, like, 300 to 350 pages.
Okay. Yeah, that's a decent
But I'm like, because there's 3 of them out, I'm just like, I'll just find a recap. Or I'll just read, like, the last, like, 6 chapters of the last book.
Yeah.
So I know where we ended. September, The Name of the Moon obviously comes out at the start of the month.
If we went back and listened to every episode of the podcast, we've mentioned that book in every single episode.
Absolutely. But that comes out in September. October is apparently a boomer of a month for me for releases.
You've got a lot of books.
I have 4. So Cursed City, which is the sequel to Half City, which was my favourite book from June. That's the like Mortal Instruments.
I can't believe how quick these books are coming.
I know. That comes out, I think, because a lot of the time at the moment authors are writing like the majority of like a writing series. Multiple books in a series.
Yeah.
So that they can release like a couple of books in like reasonably quick succession.
So
much. Like this could have been a case of she just kind of kept writing the story and all of a sudden she's like, well, this is going to need to be 2 books.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but Curse City comes out on the 6th of October. I only discovered this yesterday. So I read a book last year called Of Blood and Ether. It was an indie published book. It still is an indie published book by an author called Harper Hawthorne. I was obsessed with that book. It was so, so good. It was really unique. It was set in like kind of like a Vatican City-esque city,
Ooh.
but it's like not necessarily religious, but it was more like knowledge. It's called, I think the city's called like Sosophrine or something like that.
Okay.
And our main character goes there to like study at this institute and learn her abilities. She ends up falling, her and this guard end up falling in love. And then there's
Course
this
they
big like
do.
betrayal thing.
Mhm.
Excellently written. Sequel comes out in October. I had no idea.
Oh.
I was browsing something. I think I was looking at Amazon to look at release dates for some books.
Yep.
And it popped up and I was like, what do you mean there's a sequel coming? Excuse me? So that comes out on the 17th of October.
Okay, nice.
Vasmora, which is the third book in the Anathema, which is the Jacob's Ladder book series.
Right.
That comes out in October. There is no confirmed date yet. Kerry Lake, the author, is known for not announcing the release date until quite close to it.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this when we had the Jacob's Ladder episode.
Because on the release of the first book, Anathema, because that was indie published, something went very, very wrong because she indie published through Amazon.
Okay.
It went very, very wrong. Like orders weren't getting shipped out. Something went sideways.
Yeah.
So I think she waits until everything is like lined up before saying the release date. So then she doesn't have to backtrack and be like, oh, we're pushing it.
Yeah.
Or we're doing this.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah. And then Alcatar 6 comes out at the end of October. And I would be remiss. So
6?
6. Well, you've got 5. So you've got Akatar,
I didn't realize 5 of those books were out yet.
Mist and Fury, Wings and Ruin, Frost and Starlight, which is a novella, and then Silver Flames. So 5.
There's 5 of those books out?
Mm-hmm. So
that's crazy
book
to me.
6 comes out at the end of October. Book 7 comes out in January.
I think
everyone's been waiting for like 5 years at this point for these books, and she's dropped two on everyone in the space of like 6 months.
I genuinely, like, when I started reading, I feel like I only read the first one. Like, when I read Iron Flame.
That's Fourth Wing.
What am I thinking of? Oh, Akatar is.
Akatar.
I'm thinking of Fourth Wing. Anyway,
no,
please continue. I've just mixed the two books. I was like, how the fuck is there so many Fourth Wing books out already?
Fourth Wing has 3 out.
Yes. Anyway,
continue. There is actually a Fourth Wing book coming. I don't remember when it is though.
Yes.
It's like I think it's a novella. It's not like the fourth book in the series, but I think we're gonna get like a side story, a novella, maybe an origin story for someone, like a prequel-y sort of thing. I'm not sure.
Right.
Something's coming.
Yeah. Because I was like, how are there so many of those books so quickly? Because I thought the third one only came out semi-recently. Anyway,
no.
Just melding the two big fantasy books in my brain.
No, we're talking Akatar. So yeah, book 6 comes out at the end of October, and then book 7 comes out like mid-January-ish.
7?
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Christ on a bike.
She did an interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I think, when she dropped the release dates for those.
Okay.
And she sort of talked a little bit about it, where it was only supposed to be one book, but then she's like, the plot just kind of kept coming.
Oh,
like,
okay.
She's like, I never found like an endpoint, so I just kept writing until I found an endpoint. And she's like, well, I have to break it up into 2 books. So the book that's coming out in October is like the same size as the first one, Akatar. It's about 300, 400 pages, which is a far sight shorter than the most recent book, Silver Flames, which is close to 800 pages. So everyone's up in arms, because then book 7 that comes out in January is also around 700 pages long. So they're like, why didn't you just make them the same size? And I'm like, you guys clearly don't understand plotting then.
Yeah, no, because it could be that like it's not a natural endpoint, but it's probably like a break.
She's probably found a point where she's like, yeah, I can split this here.
Yeah.
And it is unfortunate that one book is really little and one book is really big, but that's how it is.
Fine. Did you see that, speaking of authors going on podcasts, did you see that it might have been like a while ago now, but I only watched it recently. Rachel Gillig went on Ilona Ma's podcast. Ilona Ma is the rugby player.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
wife. I love Alona Ma. She's so big. And also just like so incredibly beautiful. But her and her sisters are like avid readers.
Yeah.
And they have, I think their podcast is called House of Ma, but they had Rachel Gillig on.
I think I did see like a little short about that.
Yeah, it was so good. And Rachel Gillig just was exactly what I expected of Rachel Gillig. But yeah, that was really cool. They might have had, did they have Sarah J. Maas on it? Maybe not. I'm not sure. I feel like they had another big romance. No, they had Emily Henry on the podcast.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Maybe they've had another big fantasy author on. But anyway, side note.
But yes, so I've only got one more book on the list. The last book is Stormside, which is the sequel to Starside by Alex Astor.
Yes.
That came out in April. This comes out in November. I don't remember when in November.
And side note about the Ari Aster book, when Justin bought his, what was that series that he was, the Red Rising series?
Yes.
When he bought the second and third book, they gave him a bookmark at Dylan's, and it was like a sword one, and it had Ari Aster written on it, and he was just like, oh cool, sword bookmark, and he was like happy with his little sword bookmark. And then when he finished the books, he Googled what the book was, and he was like, oh, it's some romantasy book.
It was probably Starside.
It is.
I'll have the bookmark. I loved that book.
But it was so funny because he kept, like, when he was reading as well, he just like had the sword bookmark in his hand and was like flinging it around.
Yeah, because part of the concept of that is you get power by like you bond with a sword, and the swords are like the source of your abilities. Like, and like there are like cool. Certain metals and stuff have like are more powerful and less powerful and stuff.
That's actually sick. I like
it's a cool concept.
Yeah, that's a cool concept.
I also have 3 books here, and obviously this is an audio podcast, so I'm going to read the back. These are some books that I think you're going to laugh at because they are like mildly unhinged in their title, in their blurb, like concept. Okay. So I have 3 of them. I'm going to do them in order of purchase.
Are these for your hang on, my voice has just gone.
Yeah. Oh no, these are just books I bought recently that I literally bought because I was like, I like the look of the cover, the title's kind of funny, and the back sounds interesting. Like literally, that's it.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is me, like pure window shopping madness.
I'm ready to receive this information.
So the first one is called Hopeless Necromantic.
Jesus Christ, I do like the
art style is incredible on this.
Who said romance was dead? Okay,
yeah. So I'll read the back to you. I read these yesterday for a trial run and I laughed so hard. She raises hell, he raises the dead. What could possibly go wrong?
Of course.
When new recruit Hellspearer takes on the doomed mission that no other soldier wants, life and death start to get a little complicated. Hellspearer must play escort to Sycrus, a frustratingly handsome necromancer with the power to raise the dead, as he attempts a mission that he's failed twice before, stopping an undead army at the edges of the kingdom.
Incredible.
Yeah.
My flop king.
No one thinks he will succeed, not even Sycrus, but the more time the two spend together, the more they find they can imagine a brighter future. As secrets come out and the two grow closer, and Sycrus's lively skeleton companion Benjamin tries desperately not to be a third wheel.
Yes.
We've got a Bartholomew.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say Bartholomew check.
Will Sycrus's and Hellspearer's changing feelings for each other be enough to overcome the growing danger?
Love that.
This sounds so entertaining.
It does. I also I like the cover.
It's so pretty.
It's a very pretty book. Yeah, that looks really cute.
So I'll give you my notes.
Yes, thank you.
Like, I'm here for like a little bit lighthearted, a little bit like, it feels like a little bit of fun.
Yeah, sometimes you need something fun. Like I felt like that when
high stakes, but make it funny.
Yeah, and that's how I felt when I was reading the field guide for the Formerly Villainous. I was like, yeah, just something like lighthearted and nice, and I was like, you know, no one's gonna die out of nowhere type of thing. So yeah, that was cool.
So this next one is called Fast and Fastidious, a racy Regency thrill ride.
Oh boy.
It is described as The Fast and the Furious meets Pride and Prejudice.
Go on.
England 1810. Prim and proper Lucy Elliott has often been described as fastidious, yet she hides a scandalous secret. Frequenting the illicit night races where class doesn't matter, only the fastest carriage does.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Lucy's double life grows dangerous when the handsome and enigmatic Captain James Dashwood begins racing. While Lucy has long been skeptical of romance, she enjoys Dashwood's appreciation of her wit and racing knowledge. But she also suspects that his arrival in the area amid a slew of carriage robberies is no coincidence. Something is afoot in the county, and it's a mystery Lucy intends to solve. Drawn into a web of deceit and espionage with Dashwood, will Lucy's meticulous nature be the thing that saves them, or will it be her undoing?
Okay.
It sounds vibey.
Yeah, it sounds vibey. I will not read a book where the romantic lead has the same name as any of my siblings.
True. Oh, true. It's quite a pretty cover as well.
It's a nice cover.
All right. And then this last one,
But also Fast and the Furious meets Pride and Prejudice. Insane combination.
I know.
Insane combination. Anyway.
And the last one, I got on a recommendation from a QBD staff member. Like, I picked it up off the shelf because I was specifically browsing for like cozy fantasy, right?
Yes.
And I saw like the spine of this and was just like, oh, that looks interesting.
I'm Googling a book that
and I was like, I'll grab it to read the back of it. And there was a staff member shelving, like right next to me, basically. And she stops me and goes, I read that. It is so fucking funny.
Okay.
It was so not what I expected. I could not recommend it more. I was like, I'm really getting into cozy fantasy, so I'm here for lighthearted and funny. And I recommended Field Guide to her. And so I literally bought it on that. So it's called Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die.
So fair. And Sir Cameron can die. And who is Sir Cameron?
So, all his life, Sir Cameron has stayed as far away from danger as possible. He is quite frankly too handsome to die a pointless death in battle.
Mm-hmm.
But then the church hands down a prophecy to his fellow knights. The only way to defeat their nemesis, the mad sorcerer Marullo, is to kill Sir Cameron. Short of ideas, Cameron throws himself at the mercy of the one person who now actually wants him to survive, the mad sorcerer.
Okay.
Marullo isn't thrilled to be babysitting a spoiled, attention-seeking knight, but transmogrifying him into, you're talking about big words, transforming.
Yes.
Him into
I know what it means.
Yeah. Into a vulture is at least entertaining. Cameron, meanwhile, is on a voyage of self-discovery. It turns out he's really, really into surly sorcerers who lock him up and tell him what to do. Who knew?
Who knew?
As a legion of knights surround their stronghold, the sorcerer's poisonous ambitions draw ever closer to fruition. Cameron is quite invested in not dying, but he finds he's also invested in Marullo. And sometimes supporting the sorcerer you care about means taking an interest in their hobbies, even if that hobby is trying to kill God. Even if it might get you killed too. It sounds batshit.
It sounds batshit. I do like the cover of that one as well. I'm trying to find this fucking book.
But yes, they are some of my more recent unhinged purchases.
The Hopeless Necromantic sounds so good. I am not going to be able to find this book, and it's going to drive me.
What were you looking for?
It was a Dracula retelling, apparently, that I could have sworn I saved it on Instagram. And now I can't find it.
Unfortunate.
God damn it. Yes, it was a Dracula retelling, but like a cozy one, apparently. And I was like, that sounds kind of fun and light. And now I can't find the post where I saved it, which that's fine. Anyway, that was if I find it in the break that we're about to have, I will
update you on the next episode.
Update you on what it's called. Why can't I find it? Okay.
All right.
Well, is that the episode?
Well, do we want to answer the rest of Dale's questions? Because we missed 6 of them. So.
All right.
You can go first if you like.
If skill, experience, or capability were no issue, what profession would you like to have?
I don't remember what I answered for the first time. I actually think I said I would like to do this full time.
I think you did.
Yeah.
And I think I don't remember what I said. I think I said, like, at that point, I kind of wanted to be a lawyer, but also I don't really want to be a lawyer.
I do not want to be a lawyer. I work with lawyers all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would probably maybe do something like art history researcher, kind of curator vibes, I think.
Yeah. I'd love to be a librarian.
Oh, yeah, that would be really fun. That would be good. But yeah, probably
You
something
have to have
like
like
that.
a master's degree to be a librarian.
Yeah, you do.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Kaiser?
I'm fairly sure that got picked up by the camera. By the microphone.
What on earth was that noise, dude?
That's like he does it when he coughs sometimes. Why don't you go lay in your bed, dog?
You're such a little freak. Skill experience, okay. Yeah, or I guess like actually like an artist of some kind
Yeah.
instead of just kind of doing it as a hobby, like being able to do it professionally. Yeah, probably something like that, I think would be good. Be fun.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'd love to own a bookstore.
Yeah, that would be fun. If it wasn't a complete money sink, it would be a good thing to do.
It's hard to have indie bookstores here in Australia, unfortunately.
Yes.
Because we just don't have the supplier access a lot of the time.
Yeah, and I think it's like it's
really hard to get indie.
It's just hard for bookstores in Adelaide to break even as well, I think.
You said Matilda's was hiring though. Like a part-time bookseller or something, and I was like, that's interesting.
That's very interesting. No, because like previous episode where I talked about the fucking disaster of me getting lost on my way up to Matilda's. Next question.
Yeah. If you could only read one author for the rest of your life, who would it be and why? Now, I remember when I answered this, I think I said like James Patterson.
Yeah, I think he did because he had written so many.
Because he's so prolific and he's got so many different series.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Patterson, Lee Child, because Lee Child's series have quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think someone like Matthew Riley or Bryce Courtney would also be a good one because they have quite a big catalogue.
Yeah.
Like Matthew Riley in particular has multiple series that he's done work on.
Yep. Yeah.
And my favourite book is by Matthew Riley.
Yep.
So,
okay.
But yeah, it wouldn't be a fantasy author.
Interesting.
Unless it's going to be someone like Brandon Sanderson who's just got like
so many.
And if we're saying like it's books that you can only read books written by that author, the amount of other projects he's worked on, like he's finished like complete series and stuff.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely going to finish
like
Game of Thrones.
Any book that any like book series that he's partnered in, I'm like, cool, I can add that to my list.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that man's booked and busy for the rest of his life.
What about you?
Mine would be Olivia Lang again.
Yeah,
like they write pretty diversely. Like they write fiction and nonfiction.
Yes, I think that's what you answered last time.
And I would read their shopping list, and much the same with like Hanif Abdurraqib. Like anything he writes, I'm seated. I'm reading it. So good.
He wrote "They Can't Kill Us Till They Kill Us."
Oh yeah.
Didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I should actually, you know what, book me in for a reread. I've been rereading that book every year since I first read it. So actually book me for a reread. Also, the audiobook of that is really good. Like he reads it and I think he actually reads all of his audiobooks. But yeah, that was really, and he has a new book coming out. I want to say it's early next year.
Okay.
A poetry collection.
Oh, yes.
He was originally a poet.
I think I remember you telling me that.
So yeah, I would anything that Olivia Lang or Hanif writes, I'm purchasing and I'm reading. Actually, Olivia Lang's fiction release that came out this year, The Silver Book, is up there for me. It was fantastic.
All right, next question.
To dog ear or not to dog ear? Discuss.
We've covered this before.
I will dog ear my books.
I do not
until the end of time. I see no issue with it. And Eliza is opposed.
I'm very opposed.
She looks disappointed, and that's fine. Everyone is entitled to their different.
I mean, look, we've also covered that you wouldn't dog ear a book that you've borrowed from somebody.
No, I wouldn't. Like if it's someone else's book, then
or a library book or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like do that. But if it's my book, I'm dog earing it. I'm highlighting it. I'm doing whatever I want to it,
and that's fine.
It's my book. I'm happy to do that.
You do you, babe.
Yeah.
What's one book? Here we go again. What's one book you wish people would stop talking about? Get it out of the way.
I think I talked for 20 minutes last time because I spoke about 2 books here. One is ACOTAR. I don't need to say it again. I don't like it. I don't care for Sarah J. Maas. I don't give a fuck. Everyone stop talking about it. And the other one is A Little Life, which is really popular.
I think that was my answer last time, was A Little Life.
I think it was as well, but I think we both talked about
why do we care about trauma porn?
It is trauma porn, and also like I think the other thing for me is like that particular author always writes these like really, really traumatic events happening to gay men. and she is not a gay man, and she traumatizes and brutalizes these men. And it's like there's something in that makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I know it's an important book and it's important to the gay community, and a lot of people really
Some
love it.
people love it, yeah.
But like I cannot get through the actual just like brutal aspects in it. And it might be because it's like a lot of it is domestic violence, a lot of it is sexual abuse and self-harm, and I find them hard to read about from like a personal perspective. But like that, it never fucking ends with that book.
Yeah.
So I'm so sick of seeing it on like bestseller list. I'm so sick of seeing it on you have to read this book, it's life-changing type of list. Like,
yeah, it's life-changing because it's damaging to your mental health.
Well, I mean, I got halfway through it and
Justin told you to put it down.
Yeah, I was just having I mean, admittedly, it was very triggering to read, but I just was like, I don't want to. And it's like the thing is, I think she's a very talented writer. Like I'm not denying that the book is well written, but I just think the violence of it needs to be kind of critiqued a little bit more, I think. But yeah, and definitely.
But on that, not every book is for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Like I, it's one of my best friend's favorite books, and he loves it, and he had a completely different reading experience to the way Dale. Yeah. So completely different reading experience. I actually think that when we recorded this originally, I said the book. I messaged him and I said the book that I'm talking about that I want people to stop talking about is A Little Life. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
which he expected.
I can appreciate like people like loving that book and whatever. Everyone has different books that like really, really impact them. You know, I get people wanting, like, I get you being like, I want people to stop talking about ACOTAR. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen because new books are coming. So
it's not going to happen. Considering we spent 10 minutes talking about it.
But I will agree, like there are much better books than the ACOTAR series. I will continue. I will continue to read them because I enjoy them.
I think it's one of the ones as well where it's kind of held up because it's an easy point into the genre.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's kind of like, and it was my first time reading kind of like a romantic style book when I read it. And then I was just kind of like, I actually am not interested in this. And I'm sure that there's other better books out there, of which there is. But it's kind of like, I don't, it's an interesting enough story, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think she needs to be held up as an absolutely fantastic, incredible writer because I think that on like a technical level, she's actually not that good of a writer. It's very basic.
She's a perfectly acceptable writer.
Exactly. She's a perfectly acceptable writer, but I don't think that she's like, there's nothing complex about her writing.
But yes, like I understand people being like, we need to stop talking about ACOTAR because they're not necessarily the best books ever written. There are many, many, many books that are far better written than those.
Yeah, and also just like...
But also, if you enjoy them, I mean, I enjoy them. I ain't going to yuck you yum.
I've read the first two, or most of... definitely finished the first one, and then the second one, I think I got like near the end, but didn't finish. But I definitely got to the part where Reese and Faye were fucked for the first time. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, there are better smut scenes written in books. Like, there are better smut scenes written in books. And like...
I also just think that there are better MMCs than Reset. I really do.
Like he's like perfectly fine. He's perfectly acceptable as like a moody main character.
He's not even that moody though. That's the thing.
He's just a bit irritating. Like I liked Reese. I think Reese was probably my favorite character in the book. But yeah,
I like more.
I like more. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's better stuff. We don't have to keep talking about it. But yeah, I feel like that was a much more a calmer rendition.
A bit of a subdued take.
When we originally recorded, boy, was I on my soapbox.
You were. You very much were.
Very irritated.
All right. Next. All right. I recently learned that not everyone can visualize what's being described when they read. When you read, do you see images in your head, hear the words being said? Yes, I do.
Yeah, I
visualize.
Yeah, I visualize.
I got a whole movie reel plan in my brain.
Oh yeah. Also, sometimes I will I do it less now, but because I often listen to music when I'm reading books, and also like I'm not, Justin and I talk about this a lot where I'm a song person and he's an album person. So he'll like put an album on, but I will just like have a playlist that's like my favorite songs of the moment. And it's like, I often won't be like, I'm going to listen to that whole album. Yeah. I'll just like put a playlist on and I often get stuck on like 5 or 6 songs and I just listen to them on repeat. Yes, I have ADHD. Thank you everyone for noticing.
I do that too. I do the same thing. Don't worry.
Peer reviewed. So I will often associate a certain song that I'm like obsessed with at the time with the book and it will become become like the soundtrack to the book
Yeah.
in my head. Like
If
there's
a book has a playlist, do you listen to said playlist?
not a lot of the books that I read have
Mm.
playlists attached. The one that I did read was I've forgotten the title. It was Caleb Azuma Nelson's novel, and it's very musical. Like the people in it are musicians and dancers and stuff like that. And there's a playlist that he's
Okay.
done for that, and it was perfect,
Mm.
brilliant. But yeah, so I am a very visual person, so I tend to picture,
I visualize.
I don't hear different voices in my head when I'm reading them, but like I can hear the
No.
words being said, but it's kind of like in my own voice, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I
But
know
like
what you
maybe
mean.
like different intonations or something like that. But
Mate, I
Yeah.
like when I listen to my D&D podcasts, I visualize that for God's sakes.
Yeah, I do that with when I'm listening to NADPod.
Yeah.
I
But-
visualize it.
But yes, it seems weird to me that people don't visualize.
Is it aphantasia when you can't visualize? I think it is. But it's like you can't picture things in your mind.
I think so. I think we talked about this last.
I think we did as well. Yeah, I think it's aphantasia where you can't visualize.
Yes.
But now I want to...
Aphantasia is the inability to voluntarily create mental images in your mind's eye. When asked to visualize an object like an apple, individuals with aphantasia experience a blank screen. Instead of seeing images, they process the concept using facts and information.
No, I
could
picture an
never.
apple. I can picture it.
I fear we might have hyperphantasia. The condition of experiencing exceptionally vivid, highly detailed mental imagery.
In the dome. My mind palace is richly detailed.
Oh, yeah.
Richly detailed.
All right. The last question.
Yay! What, in your opinion, is the best book to film TV adaptation? Same question, but character casting. I don't remember what I said last time. I do feel like we have answered this question on the podcast before, maybe in the adaptation episode. I think casting-wise, just straight off the top of the dome, I will say the Shadow and Bone TV series.
Yeah. That was really good casting.
Perfect casting. Also, like a pretty good adaptation considering it was two kind of different
I have those books
series.
now finally. I'm going to read them soon.
Considering it was two different book series, like
Yeah,
the
they
way they
merged
blended them
them.
was really good. Good book adaptation. Oh, Little Women, I think the 1994 version is a fantastic book to film adaptation. Probably one of my favorites, but also one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm going to say a cop-out answer, even though I've not read the books, I'm going to say Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Fucking fantastic.
Like, because my brain doesn't have the capacity to be like,
I've never read the books.
I think excellent casting, and I said this last time too, was City of Bones, Mortal Instruments.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good casting.
Excellent. Jamie Campbell Bower as Jace. Oh,
beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah, that was good casting. Such a bad movie. Such an unbelievably
really
fucking bad
wasn't
movie.
great.
Just so terrible. Also, another movie that suffered from good casting and bad movie was Aragon, which I loved in my teens. It was like the dragon.
I've never read an Aragon book.
That's fine. I
not read Aragon.
Genuinely don't think they'd hold up if I went back to them, but I read them with my brothers when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And just fucking excellent casting.
Yeah.
Such an unbelievably bad movie. Like it just unbelievably bad.
Ironically, I also think the casting of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was really, really good.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Oh my God, why have I forgotten her name?
Tilda Swinton as the White Queen.
Tilda Swinton as the White Queen. James McAvoy playing
Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten his name. I was just going to say the Seder.
That was quite good.
That was really good casting, I think.
Actually, come to think of it. I'm trying to think of other...
It also actually wasn't that bad of an adaptation, to be completely fair.
No, it was pretty good. I liked that movie when I was a kid. I think they're doing a remake of it and Charlie XCX is playing the White Queen. Which love.
I don't think they're doing The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe again. I think they're doing a different one.
Interesting.
I actually did write it down in the adaptation. We did do it in the adaptations episode.
Did.
I talked about it. Prince Caspian was also another one because we've got Ben Barnes.
Classic. It always comes back to Ben Barnes. Always comes back to Ben Barnes.
Upcoming.
Because also he was in
Shadow and Bone. Oh my
Oh my God, wow, your notes for that.
We wrote so many notes for this.
So many. Did we write anything for
I did. The Magician's Nephew.
The Magician? Oh,
That
yeah.
comes out in November and it's being directed by Greta Gerwig.
Oh, okay.
That I believe, because that's the first book in the series, The Magician's Nephew.
Never read them.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is actually the second book in the series, which is wild because it's the one everyone knows.
Interesting.
But yes, I believe that has the White Queen in it anyway. So we also have to spin the wheel.
I forgot though, and then we're going to do the announcement as well. So we've actually this is going to be such a long fucking
Lord
episode.
have mercy. Yes, we have an announcement.
Yes. Do you want to do well? Let's do the announcement first, and then we'll spin the wheel.
We'll close on the wheel spin. All right, who's doing it? You, me?
We're going to do a live stream for our 6 months of podding, which will be on
the 13th of August.
The 13th of August.
The first episode released on the 13th of February. So on the 13th of August, it will be our 6 months anniversary of this podcast,
Woohoo!
which is wild.
So we're going to live stream on Patreon.
Yes,
I think
we will be going live via Patreon.
Yes, so we're going to do that, which is this is basically an excuse for Eliza and I to book a hotel for the night.
Yeah, we're going to stay. We're staying in a fancy hotel.
Yep.
We're going to Uber Eats some dinner for ourselves.
Yep.
And we're going to sit in front of a camera and yap books.
Yep.
But we want questions. We want things that you want us to talk about.
Yeah, anything you want us to cover. We will do some we'll do some more posts on the Instagram.
That's all you. No, it's not really.
No,
I need to get better too.
Yeah, the most is like I can see us sending memes from our personal accounts to the
so we can repost them to our stories.
Ridiculous. We've got to get our shit together. So yeah, we're going to do a little live stream in August, which will be very, very nice. So yes, we will post them. Probably talk more about it on I think probably socials.
Yes, we might do a bit more of an in-depth announcement on things that we might cover. I have some notes.
Yeah. We can do
I have
Eliza
some notes.
has notes. I have like vague ideas of what I want to talk about and stuff. So I think it will be.
I also had to like do a test run of all the tech.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I was like, I need to start getting this organized now because if I need to order anything, I need to do it.
It really snuck up on me as well. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that in that's ages away. And then you were like, it's next month, and I was like, what?
It's in like 5 weeks. So
my concept of time gone,
non-existent,
gone.
But
yeah, anyway, so that will be a little fun thing to do 6 months of podding.
That was a really underwhelming announcement.
I'm so sorry. I was just like, I forgot about it.
We were
so
did I actually. Sorry. I was like, we have to spin the wheel, and then you're like, oh, the announcement.
The announcement. Well, I saw the thing that says like the notes.
Oh, the document that I've got open.
I don't know how long it'll go for. I think we'll talk probably.
We'll talk until we run out of things to talk about.
Yeah,
so we'll be on live forever.
Yeah, we're never going to run out of things to talk about. The podcast is going to go for the rest of our lives. Catch us in the nursing home talking about books we hated, and I'm still going to be sitting there going, I fucking hated ACOTAR.
Probably.
So yeah, live stream in August. So sign up to the Patreon.
Please
sign up to the Patreon. Thank you, Emma and Brooke, for signing up to the
Patreon. I am also going to make an effort to post a little bit more in the Patreon, some outside stuff.
Yeah, book reviews.
We can maybe do like a few little old school book reports.
I have some off mic ideas to talk about so we don't spoil everything that we're going to do. But also the other thing that we are going to do for the 6 month is we're going to do a sticker release, which will be fun.
Yes.
We'll do that for the 6 months.
Hooray.
So yeah. All right.
You have a few designs that...
Yeah, I have a few designs. I think I'll put them on the Instagram and then people can vote on what they like. And I've got to get over the fact that QR codes look ugly because they are very convenient.
It's very hard to make them look cute.
They're just hideous.
Yeah. It's almost impossible.
It's vile. Yeah.
All right, let's spin the wheel.
Spin. What are we going to get? Please, nothing old.
I know.
I can't do it again. If you say read a classic, I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Ooh.
Did we not get this one?
No, we haven't gotten this one.
All right. So this is New York Times 50 Notable Fictions of 2025. Okay.
So this was actually a New York Times Notable 100 Books of 2025, but I took out all the nonfiction and just kept the fiction stuff in.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Just to give us potentially something easier. So you said you didn't want something old. We're going to get a book that was released last year.
Let's go.
So I actually have a wheel with the 50 Notable Books of 2025.
Ooh, okay.
So we're going to do a second wheel spin
for this. So we'll do a
this.
second wheel spin. I'm like, we'll wrap it up and then we'll look at the list. But no, let's wheel spin it. Please.
So we can spin, like, if one of us has read it, whoever hasn't read it will read it, and then the second person can respin.
Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang by Kylie Lee Baker. Oh, I think I had this on a list of books that I was interested in. Let's see. I feel like this is a short story collection.
Oh, I've seen this.
I might have that completely wrong.
All right.
The cover's cool. Both covers are cool, actually.
So, this says it came out on the 31st of March 2026.
No, I think the hardcover came out earlier than that.
Probably. I would have liked some information about it.
Can I get a blurb, please?
Fiction, fantasy fiction, horror and ghost stories, myth and legend fiction.
I think it's a short story collection.
Oh, that could be really cool.
Although now I've said that, I've just realized that I think it says a novel on the front.
Yeah.
And so never fucking mind.
All right, let's see.
Give me the blurb.
I know.
Wow, that's a sick cover.
I know.
Oh, blurbed by Grady Hendrix.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me go read more. So, in this, it's a horror novel.
Oh.
A woman is haunted by inner trauma, hungry ghosts, and a serial killer as she confronts the brutal violence experienced by East Asians during the pandemic. Oh, shit.
I remember this.
Cora Zhang is a crime scene cleaner washing away the remains of brutal murders and suicides in Chinatown. But none of that seems so terrible when she's already witnessed the most horrific thing possible. Her sister Delilah being pushed in front of a train. Before fleeing the scene, the murderer shouted 2 words, Bat Eater.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gross and racist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds interesting. It's only 300 pages as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be good.
Yeah, cool.
We can give that a read.
Absolutely.
I also do want to investigate what else is on that list as well. Because that would be good. I really like the cover of both of the covers.
Yeah,
nice.
So do I. This is the one that we can get. Like, just at, like, Dimmicks and stuff.
Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds cool.
Let's actually complete a challenge. We can do this.
This is good, though, because, like, we both read, like, we both dip our toes a little bit into horror.
Yeah.
But neither of us read it, like, heaps.
No, it's very typical, but I normally read a lot of horror in October, so I feel like this will be really good.
It's going to be a real interesting birthday month read for me.
Oh, yeah, that's a cheery read.
No, I do think it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, I love a good thriller as well.
Yeah. I also love the idea of, like, crime scene cleaner. That sounds pretty cool.
But anyway, that is all we have for today because we've been recording for 2 hours and 10 minutes at this point.
Jesus.
This is a long episode, everybody. So,
and also, like, I don't think we're going to cut that much out of it.
No.
We just talked a lot. So I think there's not a lot of, like, stuff we've got to
I've not, the last 2 episodes I didn't cut much out of at all.
God, we're getting good. I was just going to be like, wow, we're really getting quick and snappy. But the problem is that we're just talking more and cutting less.
Well, it's not so much that. It's just we're not waffling about things as much.
Yeah.
Like, we're not getting super, super sidetracked on these tangents that I'm like, cool, I need to cut out this whole section. Like, we're
getting sidetracked, but they're probably semi-relevant.
It's staying somewhat relevant. Yeah. So I'm like, well, I can't cut it out. There's no point. But anyway, that's all for this week. We will see you in 2 weeks' time when I am going to take the lead. And I'm going to tell Hannah all about bestseller lists and how they work.
And I'm going to receive the info dump, which I'm very excited about.
You get to sit. You just get to sit for the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.